Today we'll be reacting to this is clearly the most unpredictable World Cup yet. Let's check out this video.
Everyone is trying to predict the 2026 World Cup winners. YouTubers, pundits, magazines, economists, the mayor of New York, you name it, and he or she has given their own conclusion. In the hopes of getting the mastermind title, everyone is shooting their shot to luckily predict it and calmly say, I knew it. But you can gather all of your AIs, machines, fortune tellers, you can give out the most constructive answer out there, it won't bring you much. There are so many factors that need to align in such a small amount of time, therefore the only thing you can predict for this World Cup is that it will be the most unpredictable yet, and there is a big reason why. Grab your favorite snacks, drink something good, and enjoy the video.
Let's get started.
Before having this idea, I thought that I would be the one who will really predict the champions. You know, there must be a pattern, a tiny statistical and possibly predictable thread that connects this year's winners with all the former ones. But it only leads to me having proof that there is no path to having a clear answer, and any conclusion you see out there is just a guess. First of all, let's acknowledge the most simple one, FIFA rankings. It is truly the best indicator of who's the strongest nation. A team's form from the last few years has been put into one score, yet it doesn't give out any pattern we can continue with. Looking at the last 7 winners, we already start with a boom. France won it in '98 as the 18th ranked team in the world before.
Ooh, 18th, and the USA he had on that list was 17th. So hey, Team USA might have a chance. If y'all don't know, I'm rocking with Team USA. I want us to do well. A lot of people are doubting. But after that game that we just had against Paraguay, I hope that changed some people's minds to believe that we can win it all the way, or at least a success will be getting third place. Third place. That's all we need. So if France was able to do it back then, Team USA could do it today, man. That's what I believe.
The tournament. For perspective, this is like Japan winning it this year. Brazil was second before the 2002 World Cup, and then we ended up with 13th place, Italy winning the gold in 2006. Finally, there are some glitters of consistency with the next two, but in 2018 the spotlight was completely on Croatia, just one game away from the biggest underdog story in sports. But everyone forgets that France has written one of its own. They were the 7th ranked team before the tournament, the most unlikely final in modern history. And Argentina finally brings a little bit of sanity back, as they were the 3rd best nation in the world before clinching gold in Qatar. As we can see, your placement in the world ironically doesn't mean anything for your chances at the World Cup. Then I thought, maybe after all, luck is your biggest friend, so how could I measure this? What if we looked at their path to the final? Maybe the winners had the easier path, maybe they had the harder for some reason, so I analyzed the last 4 winners, and Argentina, for example, had the easier path. France had the harder path, it's the same story with Germany, and Spain had it easier again. I wasn't convinced that this is the end, therefore I took a different route. Maybe their evenness in the quality of the defense, midfield and attack will be the deciding factor. Again, I analyzed the last final, and France had the better goalkeepers, defenders, midfielders and attackers on paper. I knew it was going to be hard to find a hint here, but after hours there was finally something glowing. According to the New York Times, the prime year of a footballer varies on their position. However, I calculated this and found out that the average, independent of the position, should be 26.2 years, and look at this. Since 1998, every final was won by the team whose average age of their players is closer to the 26.2 mark.
That just shows you that age is very important, man. Because as you grow older, you get more experience. A lot of these players, as they grow older in their leagues, they get to learn what works and what doesn't, and they get the chance to build bonds with one another. So the teams, hopefully he's going to explain which team has this age range to show which team could possibly win. Hopefully Team USA has this age range as well, because, you know, I want them to win.
Finally, I found a pattern, something that can give the clearest... I give up. Let's see what other people have to say. For example, someone with reputation, or better to say the most reputable, Opta. I have seen some of the most innovative perspectives on football from them, but even they are not the ones when it comes to predicting a World Cup winner. Last World Cup, their prediction went to France, and Argentina was the 8th choice, but to be fair, who expected Messi to show the youngsters one last time how this game is played instead of finally accepting his walking stick? Wait. You see, this is maybe exactly the point I stubbornly overlooked. I already mentioned that there are so many factors that are needed to be perfect so that a nation can hope and pray to stand out. A fitting combination of motivated youth and needed experience, a redefining coaching staff, a host country as close as possible because of the change of time zones and the need of your fans, footballing infrastructures, and the love for football inside the country. I could obviously go on for days, but maybe the biggest is simply luck. That is truly the only thin thread that connects every upset and every World Cup winner in the past. Here is the proof. If Messi didn't receive that exact ball from Di Maria against Mexico, not an inch to the right, not an inch to the left, that goal would have never happened and Argentina wouldn't even qualify past the group stage. At first, it seems that Umtiti scored this header cleanly, but looking from the other angle, the Frenchman completely missed it, which means if Fellaini didn't contest this header, there wouldn't be a goal from this situation, which eventually won France the semi-final. The greatest national team of all time, 2010 Spain, conceded a goal to go behind Paraguay that was falsely ruled out for offside in the quarterfinals. Any small detail of a single game can decide if you are going home tomorrow. And that is why this tournament will be the most unpredictable. FIFA added another do-or-die game to the schedule in this World Cup with the round of 32. Many people think that this will be just a walk in the park for the favorites, but those exact people forget that this is the World Cup we are talking about. This will bring only two things: your favorites having an even harder path to the final because another favorite choked in their group, or your favorites being the victims of an Uzbekistan upset. It seems crazy, but we've seen it so many times that my eyeballs are starting to burn noticing that Croatia as the three-time medalist is being overlooked yet again. The fact is that you critically need luck, which is unmeasurable, to win this tournament. Anyone who predicts it will predict it purely out of luck. They don't have any facts to back it. Even Opta is aware of this. They just said Spain is the favorite because of Lamine Yamal and Rodri. It is a fact, but it isn't something certified with arguments because you can't truly build one. You know what? If the next thing doesn't prove to you that this World Cup is the most unpredictable, I truly don't know what will. In the past 3 tournaments, there has been an organization and a person who has correctly predicted all 3 winners. They are FIFA, the video game, it's called EAFC actually today, and Joachim Clement, a German economist, and they came to a different conclusion for this year. EAFC picked Spain and Mr. Clement chose the Netherlands. To be fair to him, he chose a very unlikely prediction because people contacted him personally to pick his winner so they can bet on that squad, which is something
I wouldn't be surprised why they wouldn't, because literally he had 3 in a row. Bro, if he gets 4 in a row, yo, that's a little bit too crazy. 4 in a row that he guessed, man. But yeah, if those people who contacted him to see if they can get those bets in, I know that once they get if his prediction is right, ooh, they're gonna be making a lot of money.
He doesn't condone at all. Hats off to you, Mr. Clement. It is
okay. Ooh. So he didn't let the people know. He didn't sell out. Shout out to this guy, man.
Serious problem, and here are the hotlines in the countries that watch me which can help you overcome it. Call them, as there is always a way out. Going back to the lucky people, or better to say lucky animals that picked the winners correctly, well, I kid you not when I say an octopus has predicted the 2010 World Cup winner. If this doesn't tell you the absurdness of this topic, I don't have anything left in the tank.
They literally have an octopus. What? How did an octopus select the World Cup winner? Like, so they had the octopus choose which tank to go in, whether it was Spain or what's the other flag right there? Oh man, is that Russia? I'm not sure, bro. I need to get better at flags, but this doesn't make any sense at all. So it's really just proving his point that all of this really comes down to sometimes luck.
this doesn't tell you the absurdness of this topic, I don't have anything left in the tank. As I was reading the Wikipedia page of this octopus, wait, I have to quote this so you can believe me. Accurate predictions in the 2010 World Cup brought him worldwide attention as an animal oracle. Man, if people are ready to give such high statuses to any living creature who gets it right.
I wonder what happened to Paul the Octopus. Did he fall off after 2010? Like, are they gonna pull back and get Paul the Octopus for 2026? We might need to see a comeback.
Right, I will have to shoot my shot too. You never know. So here it goes. Both EAFC and Mr. Clement are wrong for the first time. Neither Spain or the Netherlands are going to take the gold home, but rather, and this is my completely unbiased opinion, Bosnia and Herzegovina will be the World Cup winners after a tough final against neighbors Croatia. Just wait up and get my crown ready. Just a quick reminder that 99.5% of the viewers are not subscribed. Please consider subscribing, turning that bell on, and checking the other videos out. That's it for this one. Hopefully there are some snacks left. Peace out.
Ooh, this is a really good video. If y'all enjoyed this video, make sure you comment down below. And yeah, sometimes this guy's point is right. It really comes down to luck. And you can't really predict these type of things when it comes with tournaments, championships, and the World Cup itself, because a lot of unpredictable stuff can happen. All you can really do is just stay ready and be able to swing whatever punches that come your way. And hopefully, you know, this can be the case for Team USA and they can win the World Cup. But till then, I'll see you on the next video.